$80. That is what the itch spray, the ear rinse, and the paw balm at the pet store will cost you, for bottles smaller than your coffee mug. Today I am going to show you 5 swaps that do the same job for a couple of dollars, straight from your kitchen shelf. And yes, every single one is something vets actually recommend, because I will tell you exactly why each one works. Let's start with the $80 bottle that shocked me the most. Before we walk that shelf together, I want to read you something. A viewer wrote to me a while back, and I have not been able to put it down since. She said, "I have had my dog for 15 years. I am a senior on a fixed income, and I cannot keep affording these products. But I love her, and I want to do right by her." If that is you, hear me clearly. You are not failing your animal. You are exactly the kind of owner I spent my whole career hoping to meet, because devotion has never once been measured at a cash register. 15 years of walks and warm laps and shared quiet evenings, that is the currency your dog understands. The pet aisle wants you to believe that love costs $80 a bottle. It does not, and today I get to prove it. So here is our deal for the next 15 minutes. We are going to walk that wall of pretty bottles, one product at a time. For each one, I will tell you what actually does the work inside it, show you the version already sitting in your kitchen or at the drugstore for $1 or $2, and give you the exact safe way to use it, including when not to. We will keep a running tally of every dollar you keep, and at the end, I will tell you where all of that saved money should really go, because there are 2 things in pet care I will never, ever let you cheap out on. Stay with me for that part especially. Alright, let's go shopping. The bottle that stopped me cold was an anti-itch shampoo. $80, and it fit in the palm of my hand. The sprays beside it ran $25 to $40. And when I turned that fancy bottle around, the star of the ingredient list was something I buy at the grocery store for a couple of dollars. Oatmeal. Colloidal oatmeal, to be precise, which is nothing more mysterious than oats ground so fine they dissolve into water. Here is why it works. Because I promised you the why, every single time. Oats carry natural compounds that calm inflammation in the skin and quiet the itch signal itself, and they leave behind a soft film that seals moisture in. That is the actual medicine inside most of those bottles. Veterinary skin doctors have leaned on colloidal oatmeal for years for mild, irritated skin. It is comfort care, and honest comfort care is worth having. So here is your $2 version. Buy plain, unflavored colloidal oatmeal, or grind plain oats into powder in a blender. Fill the tub with lukewarm water. Not hot, hot water makes itching worse. Stir the oatmeal in until the water looks like weak milk. Let your dog soak in it, or ladle it over her for about 10 minutes. And here is the step almost everyone skips. Let it sit on the skin for several minutes. If you rinse right away, you send the medicine straight down the drain. Then rinse gently and towel her off. I did this with a patient of mine, a beagle named Otis, who turned into a scratching machine every July. His owner had spent close to $100 on sprays that summer before we tried the $2 bath. Same relief. She laughed, and then she was quiet for a moment, and I understood why. 2 honest limits. This is for mild itching on unbroken skin. If the skin is raw, smells bad, has open sores, or simply is not improving, that stopped being a shampoo problem, and your vet needs to see it. And for my cat families, good news, oatmeal is genuinely safe for cats too. It is used on both species. Most cats will veto a bath, so soak a washcloth in the oatmeal water and hold it gently on the itchy spot. If the skin ever looks more red instead of less, stop. The tally so far, about $50 a year back in your pocket. And we are just warming up. Next shelf over, the skin and coat shoes. Gorgeous bags, happy dogs on the label, $40 and up, and they empty fast. Turn the bag around and look at the first working ingredient. Nearly every time, it is fish oil. Omega-3s, the ones called EPA and DHA. Why it works? Omega-3 fatty acids turn down the body's inflammation signals, and skin is where a dog wears her inflammation. Give it time and you get less scratching and a coat that shines instead of flakes. This is one of the most vet-recommended supplements in existence, for dogs and for cats. The swap is a bottle of plain fish oil, no flavorings, no extras, pumped over dinner. It works out to around 10 cents a day. 10 cents. I once sat with a client in my exam room while she did that math out loud, $40 a bag against $3 a month, and she just stared at me. Same omega-3s. Different packaging, and a picture of a golden retriever doing most of the heavy lifting on the price tag. But listen, the dose is the entire game here, and this is the one swap where I want you to make a phone call before you start. Fish oil is dosed by body weight, and your vet will give you the exact number for your animal in about 30 seconds. That call matters double if your pet takes any other medication. Then start small. Give less than the full dose and work your way up over a week or two, because too much too soon introduces you to the main side effect, which is a spectacularly unglamorous case of loose stool or an upset belly. If that shows up, stop and call your vet. One more expectation to set, so nobody quits early. This is a slow train. The coat you are hoping for takes 4 to 8 weeks to arrive. Mark the calendar and be patient. Cats, this one is absolutely for you too. Cats get the same skin and coat benefit at a much smaller dose, which is exactly why that phone call comes first. Tally against those $40 bags, call it $60 a year saved. Running total, about $110. Now the boutique ear cleaners, $20 to $30 a bottle. I need to be honest with you, this swap almost did not make the list. The internet is bursting with homemade ear rinse recipes, vinegar this, peroxide that, and I am not giving you one. Homemade rinses are not balanced for the ear's chemistry. They can sting skin that is already angry, and because they are mostly water, they can leave moisture sitting in the canal, which is exactly where yeast loves to throw a party. Here is what is true instead. For a healthy ear, most of what that pricey bottle does in routine upkeep can be done with a cotton pad dampened with warm water. Wipe the outer flap, the part you can actually see. That is the whole job. Ears largely maintain themselves, and your role is dust and surface wax on the flap, nothing deeper. The hard rules now, and I mean them. Never push anything into the ear canal. No cotton swabs, ever. The eardrum sits closer than you think, and a swab packs debris deeper against it. Never alcohol. Never hydrogen peroxide. Both of those burn irritated tissue and have no business inside an ear. And the biggest rule of all is knowing when not to DIY at all. Odor. Discharge. Redness. Pain when you touch the ear. Head shaking. Any one of those means the ear is not healthy anymore, and home cleaning can genuinely hurt, and every day of DIY delays real treatment. There can even be a torn eardrum you cannot see from the outside. That is a vet visit, this week, not a project. If your vet has recommended a proper cleaner for your particular dog, the floppy-eared swimmers of the world, for example, use the exact one they named. That bottle is medicine's cousin, and we do not swap medicine on this channel. Cats, same rules exactly. Outer flap only, nothing in the canal, and a cat ear that smells wrong or bothers her is a vet trip. Tally, the 2 or 3 bottles a year you no longer buy come to about $30. Running total, roughly $140. Paw balms and paw waxes, $25 to $60 for a tin the size of a tea light. Peek at the ingredients and you will mostly find waxes and plant butters. That is the secret. There is no secret. Why it works: beeswax lays down a thin, breathable shield between the pad and whatever the ground is doing. Hot pavement in July, ice melt salt in January. Shea butter and coconut oil soften the dry, cracked parts underneath. Those cracked gray pads you notice in deep winter or high summer are usually asking for exactly this. The swap, a tub of plain 100% shea butter, or melt equal parts beeswax and coconut oil together and pour it into a little tin. About $1 a tin, and it lasts months. Rub a thin layer into the pads, then hand over a treat or take a short-leashed stroll so it soaks in before the licking starts. In the small amounts a dog licks off, these plain ingredients are safe. But read your labels like a hawk. Nothing scented, and nothing with essential oils. Tea tree, peppermint, eucalyptus, citrus. These can hurt dogs and can be deadly to cats, even in small amounts. And skip the diaper rash creams while you are at it. The zinc oxide in them is not some dramatic poison. A stray lick usually means nothing worse than an upset stomach, but a pet who licks it off day after day can slowly build up into real trouble. That cream was never meant for animals. Leave it in the nursery. Cat families, this is our one dog-only swap, and here is why. Cats groom off everything you put on their body and swallow it, all of it. So no balms on cats unless your own vet approves it for a specific reason. And honestly, if your cat's paw pads look cracked or sore, that on its own is worth a vet look, because it is unusual. Tally, $30 more stays home. Running total, about 170. Last stop, and it might be the biggest. Dental water additives, powders, premium dental chew subscriptions. $30 a month is normal here, and I have seen setups closer to 80. Meanwhile, the thing veterinary dentists actually call the gold standard costs about $3. It is a pet toothbrush, a tube of pet toothpaste, and 60 seconds of your day. Why brushing wins? Plaque is a soft film of bacteria that rebuilds on the teeth every single day. A brush physically wipes it away before it hardens into tartar. Every additive and chew on that shelf is trying to approximate what those bristles do in 1 minute, and the vet's own dental experts are plain about it. Brushing is the single most effective thing you can do at home for your pet's mouth. Now the absolute rule, and there is no wiggle room in it. Pet toothpaste only. Never human toothpaste, not once, not a dab. Human toothpaste can contain xylitol, a sweetener that is truly toxic to dogs. It slams their blood sugar down, and bigger amounts can injure the liver. It also carries fluoride that was never meant to be swallowed. Pet toothpaste is made to be swallowed and usually tastes like chicken, so most dogs decide brushing is a treat. Start gentle. Day 1. Let her lick the paste off your finger. Next day, run your finger along the outside of the teeth. Then a few seconds of actual brushing, building toward a full minute on the outer surfaces, right along the gum line where plaque lives. Praise the whole way through, and tie it to something you already do daily, like after the evening walk. Small and consistent beats heroic and abandoned. Even a perfect daily minute does not replace the yearly dental check with your vet. Keep that appointment. Cats, yes, you can brush a cat, and it matters just as much. Cat toothpaste, a slower introduction, and even a few seconds a day counts. Tally, if you were buying even one modest additive or chew bag a month, this swap alone can outsave all the others combined. To keep our math honest, I will only count $40. That pushes our total past $200 a year, and for plenty of you, the real number is well past $300. So, there it is. $200 a year, probably more, still in your pocket. Now the most important 90 seconds of this video, because that money is not for a new gadget or a prettier bottle. There are 2 places in pet care where I will never let you save, and this is where your $200 goes. First, real flea and tick prevention. Vet grade, chosen by your vet for your individual animal, given year-round. Fleas and ticks are not an itchy nuisance. They are delivery trucks for disease. Lyme disease. Other tick-borne infections. Tapeworms. And for allergic pets, a single flea bite can mean weeks of misery. This is also exactly where bargain hunting hurts animals, because the wrong cheap product can do nothing at all, or worse. And please burn this one into memory, never put a dog flea product on a cat. Many dog spot-ons contain permethrin, and a cat's body cannot break it down. It causes tremors and seizures, and it kills cats. It can even poison a cat who just cuddles up to a freshly treated dog. Species appropriate, vet chosen, every time. Second, the vet visit when something is actually wrong. An animal who is sick, in pain, or fighting an infection does not need a home remedy. She needs a doctor. Every swap in this video was comfort care for a healthy animal, and that is the line we hold on this channel. We swap the comfort products, never the medicine. Oatmeal instead of an overpriced shampoo, gladly. A kitchen. Anything instead of a prescription, a preventive, or a diagnosis, never. And the quick blacklist, one more time, because repetition saves lives. No essential oils on or around your pets. They are deadly to cats. No human toothpaste, that is the xylitol. No alcohol and no hydrogen peroxide in ears. And no dog products on cats. Ever. Here is what I hope you carry out of this one. Your kitchen shelf can handle the comfort. The savings pay for the medicine. And the woman who wrote me that letter, the one with 15 years of love on a fixed income, she was never the problem. The markup was. She can care for her girl beautifully, and so can you. Now I want to hear from you, because your comment might be the exact answer someone on a tight budget is scrolling for tonight. What pet product did you stop overpaying for, and what do you use instead? Tell me below, and I read everyone. If this helped, share it with a friend who just spent $80 at the pet store. They will forgive you eventually. Until then, give your best friend a scratch behind the ears for me tonight. This is Dr. Ellie Hart, and I will see you in the very next video.